elders, brothers and sisters. As we come together on this special occasion, I express my thanks and gratitude to the Redland Spring Festival organisation. Congratulations must go to the committee for taking the initiative to focus on educating to make a difference about caring for the environment. The involvement of local schools in Waterway's care projects must be a stepping stone to having our younger community members understand the difficult times that surround us. For thousands and thousands of years, Aboriginal people lived in harmony with the whole of creation and maintained the role of being custodians of the land and waters, a place of belonging. Our relationship with the land is at the centre of our lives. Earth, our mother and father, is our very lifeblood. In a sense, our country is us. In the interconnections of the dreaming, all living things matter. And it is in the stories of creation that the foundations of an intense relationship begins with Creator Spirit. Different places have different names for Great Spirit of the dreaming. And in this particular area, our Great Spirit or God is Biami. My blessing tonight is offered in the essence of listening and learning from the Earth, our Mother. I invite you to join with me in a moment of quiet, still awareness as we seek oneness with the spirit of this place. Absorb in your minds the sounds of nature and search for the voice of creation in the songs of the birds. Seek the quietness of the streams, lakes and billabongs that surround Brisbane. Cast your thoughts to the bush and witness the trees as the leaves dance with the gentle breeze. Travel to the sandy shores of the Bayside area and feel the softness of the grains of sand between your toes, and hear the roar of the ocean as it embraces the sandy beaches along the coastline. Today we also feel the pain of the environment in the struggle for survival against the odds of the carnage of materialism and modernisation. We sense the sadness of the great spirit of all creation in the desecration of the sacred sites and the life-giving environment. The earth is our mother, and whole environment a means of survival and enrichment in maintaining our physical, spiritual and social needs. So, in our moment of quietness, let us together acknowledge the custodians and their descendants who have cared for the land and waters of this country where we gather at this moment. Also, all those men and women who have stood tall in the struggle for justice and equity for all people of Australia. So I invite you to take a few quiet moments. Thank you, and I thank you for the invitation to join with you in this special opening.
It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Nellie Martin. Nellie is a senior student of Sheldon College who has had a passion for the environment from a young age. She was a member of the Redlands Youth Forum in 2002 and has been acknowledged as the Sheldon College Citizen of the Year several months later. Her work on Redland's waterways and visions for the youth of today and for the future have ultimately become what we are here to introduce to you and to celebrate this evening. Please welcome Nellie.
5 years ago, I made a speech to the Redland Shire Council. Some of the councillors who are here today might recall it. At that stage, I was a member of the Children's Voice Council for Redlands, and we had all been asked to come up with ideas for how we could protect the waterways. I was really interested in this subject because there is a creek that runs through the koala sanctuary at the back of our property. It is a tributary of Coolwimpin Creek. My sister and I have always wanted to be able to swim in it, but we weren't allowed because our parents said it was polluted. Back in 2002, I decided I was going to check this out. I decided I would investigate the creek as part of my school science project. I knew that the Redland Shire Council had waterways management plans and used scientists to check the health of local waterways. I couldn't afford to hire scientists, so I did some simple pollution tests. I checked the population of sensitive water bugs and did a survey of the surrounding bushland. My creek had a lot of problems. It was choked with algae and water plants because of nutrient pollution. In many parts, the floor of the creek was blocked because of sedimentation caused by land clearing and road and housing developments. There was toxic contamination leaking from storm drains. There was also damage to the bushlands on either side of the creek because of invasive plants and because people dumped litter, carved out tracks for trail bikes and cut firewood. I I realised that unless something was done, the health of my local waterway would only get worse. I tried to find ways I could make my waterway healthier. I found out that all around the world, people are doing lots of different things, but there was a problem. It seemed to be left up to the government or to conservation groups to do something. I don't think we can leave it up to governments or other people to fix the problems of water pollution. It's up to all of us to protect waterways. I think kids can lead the way if they're given the responsibility for looking after their local environment. In 2002, I proposed the council should introduce an Adopt a Waterway program. The idea was based on similar programs running in countries all over the world. The difference with our Adopt a Waterway program was that it would be the kids who would take charge and make it happen. Let's face it, we're the ones with the most to lose if the environment's ruined. The council will provide help with information, advice, training and support for schools who wanted to get involved. But it would be up to the kids to work out how to clear up litter, fix damage to the bushland and reduce pollution runoff. The only limit would be how much time and effort they are prepared to put in. I continue to believe that if we want to, every single one of us can make a huge difference to the environment, today and in the future. To me, this launch is incredibly important. It can be a wake-up call for everyone, but especially for young people who want to make sure Redland Shire is still a beautiful place in 20 years' time. And I congratulate the Spring Festival Committee and the Council on this initiative. Thank you.
Manoeuvres is a creative arts entity which has a strong focus on the three core facets of the arts and entertainment industry. This evening, young artists from Vocal Manoeuvres Academy will perform a work by Brisbane-based composer and adjunct professor at QUT Creative Industries, Richard Vella, titled Water, and will feature guest baritone Sean Brown. This work was specifically composed for the 10 Tenors' latest CD, which was produced by Richard Vella. Please welcome Alison Rogers, Sean Brown, and the students from Vocal Manoeuvres Academy, accompanied by Michael Walker on the guitar as they perform Water.
He's looking at the sky. I looked into his eyes and saw a river deep and wide. He said, I will meet you at the
Thank you, vocal manoeuvres. I now invite Councillor Karen Williams to speak on behalf of the Redland Spring Festival Committee.
It's my pleasure to be here this evening as representative of the Redland Spring Festival. The community group of people that I work with at the Redland Spring Festival have been working tirelessly since the close of the festival last year to ensure that the festival continues to be a celebration of our local people and our local place. And of course this year will be about our local waterways as well. As many of you may be aware, the annual spring weekend has encountered many metamorphoses over its almost 50 years life. Regardless of its title of Strawberry Festival or Spring Festival, or where it may have been held, its purpose has always been to address the distinct needs of our Redlands community.
Thank you, Councillor Williams. I now invite Jordana Colvin from St Anthony's Primary School, Alexandra Hills, to perform for you. Jordana is a Year 6 student whose interests are reading, writing and netball. She will be performing her poem, This Land, which is a reflection on the current water crisis.
Was once a flowing river, there was a bountiful bay. I now know of them empty, those were happy days. My land is always thirsty, its beauty has been drained. I wish I could do more to help, but we just need some rain. I look around the outback plains, it's now an arid place. If this drought continues, our land will go to waste. The cattle herds are disappearing, everything is dead. But when that precious water comes, we will rejoice instead.
Thank you.